Hey everybody, how are you today? Good on Tuesday, May 24th. So today we're going to talk about a subject a lot of people have questions when they see people post in the room that they're a private money broker or a private lender. We briefly discussed lenders in a previous episode. I'll do another in-depth look at private money lenders and hard money lenders and correspondent letters later this week into early next week. I'm not sure exactly which day, probably over the weekend I'll probably do it. But the private money broker is an essential partner for a lot of real estate investors. I am a private money broker. I received my training through Lee Arnold's system. It was a 4-day class. I actually took the home study course. I signed up for it in May, and I took the home study course between mid-May and July. The course was the 4-day course, which was held in Atlanta, but I did it virtually from my office in Denver. Was 4 days. Pretty extensive. They have a workshop. It's like hundreds of pages. They do a lot of exercises, things like that. So it was a pretty extensive course. I wouldn't be in the position I'm in without it. So I will tell you that there's only one or maybe one other an organization that does the private money broker class. Previous to that, I'd gone to money seminars, flip seminars, the various HCTV and A&E seminars that you see on TV from the celebrities, learn how to flip houses using my 3-step method. We briefly touched about that, but just to go in detail, I decided to become a private money broker class. I mean, it was $2,500, and I made it back pretty quick. I made it back real quick. So a private money broker is really an essential partner for anybody who's a real estate investor because they can link you up if you're doing single family for rentals or flips. They can help you in some cases with self-storage, short-term rentals, some multifamily, usually 1 to 4 units, or 2 to 4, things like that. You can maybe get into the syndications a little bit to start with. In some cases now, because of the SEC's regulations, people can become a professional capital raiser. We're going to do another segment on that, and I will try to invite one of the securities attorneys on to talk about that. We're also going to address accredited investors. But to go back to the private money broker, as a private money broker, if I'm working with you as a client, I have a client fee agreement. It is posted actually in my private Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/other people's money show. So like I said, other people's money show. You can go on there and you can join it. Just push join and I'll approve you. If you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube, you are more than welcome to download any of the documents, templates, checklists, forms that are in that in the file section. They are all editable. And so you can go and use find and replace, and you can change out my information with yours. Pretty simple. Just save it to Word or Excel, whatever the case may be. But as a private money broker class, I have a client fee agreement. Basically, it is not exclusive. Generally, it's about 6 months. We can change it if there's a different agreement. If you want to go a year, you want to go 3 months, but it's not exclusive, so you don't have to worry about, hey. And it's also it covers you on the NDA stuff as well as points. Generally, I'll get 1 to 3 points. Sometimes that's dictated by the lender. Some lenders only let you do 1. Some will let you do up to 3. You can choose. So in those cases, I can negotiate with my client and say I want 2 points. Here's the thing: you as a client do not pay me a penny. I don't even get paid a penny unless I actually succeed and it closes. The private money broker is paid at closing through the title company or closing agent, and they are on the HUD 1 form. I'll do a class on the HUD 1, and I'll tell you the line item where the broker fee is put. So let's say I'm brokering a $300,000 deal at one point. I would get paid $3,000. That's a common, 3,000. If it's 3 points, $9,000. A lot of the misconceptions is that this is cost you more money. It actually will save you money because here's why. Here's the kicker. I have at least probably somewhere close to 250 lenders. I can broker for about 20 of them. Generally, I look at about a half a dozen, maybe 10. that I actually will work with, trying to match up. So when you contact me, if you set up an arrangement with me before you find a property, I can help you make sure all your entities, your entity, your LLC, your corporation, your bank account, all that stuff is in place. You know about getting hazard insurance, flood insurance. I can help you point you in the right direction of a couple of vendors, things like that. I can help you put all that structure together, and I can work with you to help structure your deal. I have a lot of different like offer forms, different things that I can use to help you make a better offer or get a better deal for your seller, advise you on the EMD process, and help you put the package together for a couple of different lenders. So that way I can go and on the day we submit the package to the lender, I can go through and see if anything changed. Did I get an email from Visio? And now are they doing, is it, do they have a program that changed that could be working in your factor? The day before, maybe there's 2 or 3 lenders. All of a sudden, they become the lender of choice because maybe they just changed something that went in your favor. I have a lot of resources. Private money brokers have a lot of resources. It is not exclusive. I work for you. I do not work for the lender. So if I'm a private money broker, I'm like an employee. The thing about it, I don't get a single penny unless it closes. So it has to be successful. So I'm not going to spend my time working on something that is not going to pan out for me. It can be a waste of time. I've had a number of those cases when I first started to learn how to vet things. So what I do as a prospective broker working for you, you're going to be my prospective client. I'm going to send you my client fee agreement. I'm going to send you the most stringent borrower's checklist I have from the most stringent lender. That way, if you're checking off those items and you're aware of those, we may go through a lender that only requires half of them, a third of them, or whatever, and try to find the best deal. But this way, you're fully prepared to go with the most stringent lender and what they require. I can find lenders that, if your credit score is 650 or under, but still above 600, I can usually find a lender for you that'll do that deal. It's not guaranteed. I mean, if you're under 600, it's really hard. I mean, it's like nearly impossible. Is it feasible? Is it doable? Yes, but it's going to take some work. And rather than you having to go on Facebook and asking, "Hey, I need a loan," and you're going to get like the bots, the scam bots, and the actual scammers that don't use bots, and you're going to get a lot of people come out of the woodwork. You may have 25 or 30 posts, and you have to decide who to work with. Where on the other hand, you contact a private money broker like myself. I've got a book. I've got a thick workbook. I can sit there and I download the term sheets. I know exactly who's out there. I am short on gap lenders. I'm working trying to find some gap lenders. I'd like to find 4 or 5. There's some other types of lenders. I just got a correspondent lender who actually can do rural properties and a lot of stuff. So I can work with him. And in some cases, guys, as a private money broker, I also can go to family offices and some funds for larger deals. If it's a multi-million dollar, apartment complex, or it's a self-storage complex or commercial properties, things where you may look at it as an investor, maybe it's a JV deal. We can go find somebody to be 20%, 25, 50%. We go try to find a JV partner for you. That always works. We have a lot of the resources. I have about 9,000 contacts in family offices, hedge funds, private equity funds, endowments and pensions. Though endowments and pensions won't touch anybody at this level. They're looking for major portfolios, like you go and buy a theater chain or something like that, some big, tens of millions of dollars. They want to invest in something like that. Maybe if you have a portfolio of 100, 200 single family residences, you can refi through a family office or a fund. It's not always guaranteed, but it's always doable. I've also got a number of them that if you are able to buy like a rental property, whether it's single family, it's a 2 to 4, 1 to 5, or let's say it's more than 5 doors. There's a number of lenders that actually after 12 months, 18 months, or 24 months, we can refinance and we can go get you Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac through a lender that may give you amortized. So if you have a rental property, now you can go get your 10-year, 15, 20, 30-year amortized. Your interest rates drop dramatically, probably more than half. And you also will be able to have full backing of the federal government through Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, uh, FHA, VA, things like that. There's a lot of different programs out there. And those lenders I have about 5 or 6 of those lenders that are really good, especially if you get into apartments and things like that. So as a private money broker, I can be your best friend. I know how the title process works. I know how the appraisals work. I'm going to do a video on the title companies. I'm also going to give you a few title companies and a few resources. A law firm, a nationwide law firm that does closings in all 50 states, and that does virtual closings. And I also do another one specifically on appraisers and some different virtual programs that are out there, as well as like CDNA reports. I get a CDNA report, collateral DNA. You can get one for less than, I think it's like 25 bucks right now. It may be 30, but it's either 25 or 30. You get about a 30-page report. It's kind of like comps. There's a lot of resources out there. As I was talking about some other videos, you also, if you are doing a single family, it is stupid to not get involved with Privy. And I'm going to have Benson come on hopefully in the next week and do a whole presentation, maybe half hour, and show you can go in there and find territories in different MLSs. They don't have every MLS, but they will. It's just a matter of when, not if. And you can find deals. You can go in there and set parameters, like you want to be less than 58% ARV, or you want to come out less than 50% of ARV. Believe me, you can do it. They're out there. If you want to do virtual wholesaling, you can go find all kinds of houses all over the nation, and you get a lot of good information. So just remember, if you'd like to hook up with Benson directly, wait till he comes on and does his presentation. But I can hook you up. You can look at his website now, getprivynow.com. I'm gonna try to work with Benson and see if I can get a special deal for you guys, where he has a lot of other features that normally don't, people have to upgrade for. And I'll talk to him about trying to do a deal where maybe you can get a buyer's list. But Privy is for a single family, for flips or rentals. It is the number one software to get right after your QuickBooks and your Microsoft Office or whatever you use if you have Mac instead of Windows. But I will tell you, if you are doing a single family, it is stupid not to get Privy. And hopefully, eventually he'll go into multifamily and self-storage and things like that. That just take a matter of, again, when, not if. We're going to do everything we can. If the more business we can send Benson, the more that he can actually expand and build and scale, so we can get more properties, more MLSs, and more, he can get into different types of real estate as well. But back to private money broker class, guys, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe to my to this YouTube, not only get all the updates, you're going to be able to access a special, I'm going to do some special live streams for just subscribers. You also will get access to the private Facebook group where everything's going to be put in order. It's going to be put there in the file section. You'll be able to get forms, checklists, all kinds of stuff, documents that you can just download and you can use them as your own. You just have to go and file replace. So I thank you for today's episode. Like I said, try to get a relationship with a private money broker. You can also reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you and send you my client fee agreement. And like I said, like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by June 30th. And then I can use my URL. The OPM show will be actually as the extension. So that'll make it a lot easier. And I want to my plan is to have about 250, 300 videos up by the end of the year, all different topics, subjects, analysis. I'm going to do some reviews. Tomorrow I'll be doing the first of my 2 book reviews. This week I'll be doing Lucifer's Banker and Dope Sick this week. And then over the weekend I will do The Big Short, and I'll get into some other books next week. Also going to be doing some scandals, some financial crises. I'm going to be talking about Enron, Theranos. I'll be talking about Purdue Pharma. I'll be talking about several other major, Martin Shkreli just got out of prison last week. Billy McFarland of Fire Festival got out of prison in March. So we'll be talking about those because we're going to get into other things besides real estate. We're going to talk about tech, trading, stocks. Hopefully I can introduce you to people like Timothy Sykes, who was on the Wall Street Warriors show 20 years ago when he was in college. And the guy is a genius. He's one of the most underrated people in the financial industry as far as the trading goes. He has some great strategies, and hopefully I can introduce you to him at some point. I'm also going to have the securities attorneys on and some other vendors. This week, I anticipate also having my first lender, my friend Robert from VFR Investments. And he was actually a student of mine 2 years ago. And he will come on and talk about how that program went, how that program helped him get into what he's doing now. And he and his partners have a $70 million real estate portfolio. Matter of fact, I just saw a post today where he got 6 permits approved for his projects in Dallas. So that's phenomenal. So good job. You guys will probably meet him maybe Friday, as early as this Friday. I'll be able to do the video, just waiting to confirm. And then, of course, I'll have Kevin back, and I will introduce you guys to Jesse Page, Sean Doolittle, Benson from Privy, and a whole variety of people. Probably my goal is to have about 25 to 30 lenders and private money brokers and investors featured over the next 45 to 60 days. That way you meet them, you can talk to them. You'll be able to come on the round tables and do the Q&A sessions, watch 2 or 3 of them talk, discuss things, have a roundtable discussion, and then we'll open it up to questions for like an hour and let you guys come on there and get to know them. So again, I thank you for watching this video and all my videos. Please view all the videos, and please like, share, and subscribe. It's not going to cost you a single penny to get all this information and all this access. Again, I thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is Nate signing off for Tuesday, May 24th. Thank you.